I think a great example of it is oh man, have you seen this cartoon? It's Superman versus the Elite.
Is this the one where he's dying?
No, he's going against all these British dudes.
Yeah, Superman's dying in that one because he absorbed too much sun. There's the guy he's got wearing the Union Jack, British flag, right?
Sort of. I mean, the guy basically they'll kill. They're
Okay.
a team that will kill. And Superman's got in bad press because all the bad guys he catches, they all just get back out and then just keep murdering people and stuff. And so everyone's like, Superman, can you just actually like just kill the bad guys so that we cannot deal with this? And he's like, no, I can't because it's wrong.
Yeah.
So that could be this annoying thing that you're managing. And I'll give you an example of that that just comes to mind briefly.
Yeah.
Or it can be this a whole movie where Superman is getting beat to crap and the writer is building up the ideology of his enemies. But then he
Yeah.
shows that ideology go wrong because
Crumple.
they get drunk with their power and they're judge, jury, executioner.
Hmm.
And then Superman plays along
Like he
and
snaps, right?
so spoiler alert,
I've seen it. I love this. Yeah.
he fake snaps and he just becomes the terrifying version of himself. And they're just like
Nothing they can do.
oh my God, there's some great lines where he's like, I felt like I've lived in a world of paper. And like now I can just finally like let loose, And the
Yeah.
guy's just the guy tries to beat him up, and of course it doesn't work, and he's utterly invincible.
And
And
Superman lobotomizes him through his eyes so he can't use the power, right?
yes. And then he just beats the crap out of him like this. He just walks up real slow and just goes bang.
Himself. Yeah.
And it's just like a sonic boom, and then he does it like twice, and the dude's like spitting out blood.
This guy's got no, he never had a chance, but just
No,
Superman's
no.
ideology is what keeps him being human. I want real quick side, oh gosh, we got so much that we side note, but I want to say
That's such a good
it's
movie.
such a good movie. I'm thinking of All-Star Superman where he's dying, but yeah,
That
but this movie that you're talking about, I remember that one. But the line you said is one of my favorite lines of all time about Superman. And from my knowledge, and people are going to tell me wrong, but it comes from even before that movie
it was
to
a different movie. Yeah, he's
he
yeah.
says
What
it in the
was
movie you
it?
said. He says it in the movie you talked about. But
Oh,
I
he
mean,
says it in both.
yeah, he does. Or he says it in that where he felt like he was living in cardboard and he's threatening the guy with it. But from my memory, the original time I was a kid and it was in the cartoon, the animated series Justice League, where he's at the very end, Doomsday's there, like, you not gonna mess with me. And he goes, I feel like I'm living in a world of cardboard. What we have here is a rare opportunity to
To cut loose.
to cut loose. Yeah. And he hits him with like the guac guac 3000 punch and like Sonic Booms destroys everything. Anyways, I don't want to
So
get off
great.
topic.
I think he actually goes into the earth
Yeah.
and lifts up a giant chunk of earth and turns it upside down on
Crush him. It's just look, Superman, like the best part about Superman's a great example of writing power systems correctly because you need to also count in people's personalities of what they'll do. Giving somebody the power to raise the dead is a great power for a bad guy, but what an amazing power for a good guy that doesn't use it. And just he's got one guy named Jeeves who's actually Genghis Khan, but he feels so bad about what he did. He'll never do it again. And Genghis is there always trying to tell him what to do to make him kill more people, like the devil on his shoulder, but he's bound to him, so he's his butler. Like that's a kind of a cool
That's
thing to where
really cool. I think
he's
you just created something awesome,
I
by the
actually kind of like that a lot. Yeah.
way. Yeah, and it's actually Genghis Khan. He's his butler, and they're in a life debt, but Genghis thinks he's an idiot for not, like
Using his
taking the
power.
world.
Genghis is like,
But
I
kill
literally
the world
changed.
already.
Yeah, I dropped the temperature of the earth by 2% by the amount of people I murdered, and you're not gonna murder and bring people back to life. We don't agree, but I'm subservient.
Yeah, or you get, so I think that's an example of how to do that well. And when it's done purposefully, but it's hard to do.
It's
That's
hard.
that's the whole movie just built on for that moment. And like a bad example is
Yeah,
Super.
grind the gears.
This grinds my it's this grinds
What
my gears.
grinds my gears?
In the Man of Steel,
Yeah.
the first Henry Cavill one when he first took his shirt off and everyone was like, "Oh," for the first time,
He
right? You know
looks
what I
pretty
mean?
good.
Like, he works out. It's like, yeah, he's freaking
He
Superman.
does.
Go ahead.
Yes. He better. Yeah.
So he was just on roids for 6 months and just eating protein, and just bench pressing every day.
Turkey, chicken, and rabbit and
I
steak.
just ate a lot of turkey, man.
That's how I got like this.
Yeah, a lot of turkey.
Yeah.
Maybe he did it natural. He's a genetically
Look, I'll give it to
Grimdall.
him. But if I look like that and I'm going hard this year, it's steroids. I'm not gonna lie to anybody.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
I show up looking like that, that's steroids. I'm not playing.
That ripped and that big, just
Yeah,
so fast.
take
But
up all this space.
and that was a good movie, man. But what like I hated was when Paul Kent dies. When Kevin Costner dad dies, that made me
Because
so mad. And I think maybe it could have worked. It could have worked. I think it broke down in the logistics of it.
yes, I
Like
agree.
because he's just has all the time in the world. He's so fast.
They
There's
couldn't
like
even
eight
notice.
people around. Like who really cares? And then is that why Superman does or doesn't do what he does? Like so that people see or not? Like that's not
Right,
really his character. Superman's going to do the right thing no matter what.
right.
So I feel like he would face the pain of
Being
disobeying his
revealed.
yeah,
Yeah,
of being revealed of whatever to save a life. And Kevin Costner, who's the best guy ever.
mm,
I freaking love him. He's Field of Dreams. He's had my heart since Field of Dreams
you
because I
give
just
me
want
a Kevin Costner vibe, by the way. Like
oh wow,
you
I
give me
wish.
Robin Williams or not Robin Williams. You give me Robin Hood, Kevin Costner vibes.
Man, that'd be so cool. But I don't agree with you, but man, it'd be so great.
Either we go into the woods or with the ghost, or we become the ghost ourselves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
good line.
If y'all haven't watched every Kevin Costner movie ever, what are you doing? Why are you here?
What are you
Go watch
doing?
them all right now.
We really should have wrote the book with Kevin Costner. No,
We'll write another book
Tom
with
Cruise,
Kevin
you're great.
Costner. He's just
Second,
the best.
he's great.
So yeah, he just says no. He's like, "Don't save me."
Mhm.
Superman doesn't save him, and he freaking just dies for
I'm
a
not
dog.
letting my
He
dad
saved
die.
a dog, and I'm like, and so that ground my gears because it was an example of the story forcing these limitations on Superman, and they were trying to show his limitations the magic system, which his biggest limitations are here, right? We just
Right.
talked about that.
Hmm.
Superman's limitations is his morality, and so and what he won't do because it's wrong, or what has to do even though he doesn't want to because it's right.
Right.
And then he does have another limitation, which is that he's kind of a nerd. He's
Right.
supposed
And
to
then
be
the
a nerd,
last
and that
one, which is built into the whole comic system, which is apparently Batman. I don't truly agree with it, but writing is writing. Like he's got the limitation of like, I can't fight Batman and win. I'm like, you can't fight the guy that I could never beat in my life. But still, you can't fight martial arts Iron Man and win instantly, but you can beat Dark. I don't know. I don't want to get into it. I just mean,
but that's the same thing. It's like even Batman versus Superman, like where a lot of things fall apart is in execution of like how these two could actually be evenly matched.
right.
And then what happens? What keeps him from killing Batman or what keeps Batman from killing Superman in that situation? Um,
You're like, which I don't understand how that.
you have Kryptonite. Why is Kryptonite so frustrating to watch?
Because
They pull it out. They're like,
yeah, and the thing is Kryptonite would be great if it instantly hold on. Batman versus Superman would work if Batman bowed to him, said you're the greatest, and betrayed him within that because he always planned to. Meaning Superman can't read your mind. And if he said, you're right, Superman, let's do whatever you're saying, if Superman was a bad guy, then Batman could get his confidence. The Batman's my best friend, and Batman could stab him with kryptonite and he'd have to kill him. And I'd say I can understand how he did I guess trying to save the world through taking out Superman, the bad guy, right? And in that way. But that's the only way I could picture it. Kryptonite's garbage because Superman goes like, "Oh, it hurts," but he can always kind of fly away. Like even
yeah.
if it was slow, and I'm like, the further away you get, the more it doesn't affect you. So that means if they were like, shooting him now could maybe kill him, you'd fly away, and they'd go, now the bullet came out of him. It's so weak. It needs to be like he gets in the area where he can see kryptonite, or even not even seeing it. If it's like
It's tough.
anywhere,
It's tough because it's so on and off. Like
yeah,
for there to be a weakness, and so this is something for like when we're making magic systems, and for a lot of the properties that do this really well. I think that it's better for it to not just be an on-off switch. Like this is a weakness, you automatically lose
Yeah,
immediately.
consistency,
But I mean,
whatever it
you can
is.
have the consistency, but if it's too black and white
Black
like
and
that,
white.
then it's boring. Because and that's kind of the problem with Superman is he's utterly unstoppable. Nothing can believably touch him. And
Mhm.
then Kryptonite comes out, and if you trap him in a room with it,
Game over.
game over. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've
No,
seen
you're
examples
right.
that work well. Quick side note, even I don't know why we're talking about Superman so much. I freaking
Go
love
hard
Superman.
on him. Yeah.
Remember the Superman the animated series? One of the most fun episodes I've ever seen
Mhm.
is Parasite, dude.
Oh
This
yeah. That's a
this guy has absorption powers, and he
mhm.
runs into him accidentally at some point, and is like,
Oh
"What
my
was that?"
goodness. Yeah,
And
this
so
drug.
he grabs him, and he just kidnaps him, and he's just milking the powers every day from him, and he's stuck, and
Yeah.
he's weak, when that happens. So that's terrifying. But
That's
I,
terrifying being trapped, but that's like being impervious to death, but being cut into boxes and dropped to the bottom of the sea. You know?
yeah,
Like,
that
but
sucks.
that sucks. But I will say I agree. I mean, we can talk about Superman all day because I think that he's a great example of like superpower that is just utilized generally not well, not from him. I mean from writers. And sometimes when they write it right, it's so good, you
Yeah.
know.
But it's
But it's
hard. He's a hard one though
of
because
course. What do you do to him?
you have to nail the morality stuff
Hmm.
because that's his motivation. And if
Yeah,
you can't, if that is wishy-washy, then everyone's going to ask the question, why didn't he just punch that dude's head off? And it'll be a
right.
legitimate question.
Hmm.
That's kind of what Zack Snyder ran into a little bit when things got a little dark. It was just like punch everyone's head off,
Yeah.
and
You
you
killed
know,
seven parademons. Why can't you kill the murderer bad guy?
kill him.
I'm not saying I agree. I'm just saying like the parademons came to Earth and killed one guy. That guy murdered seven women and men and children. I'm not, there's no comparison. I'm saying they're even.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
they're bad guys, but you lasered one. The other
yeah.
guy, you broke his arm and said, "Stop this." Like, because he's a person. I don't know. Because he's a human, I mean. Um, yeah, I think morality is important to grab. But okay, so moving forward so that we can keep building this, because I think we could just try and fix Superman, which would be a fun episode anyway. Maybe we
Would
should
be.
find out Superman's birthday and do it on his birthday.
Ooh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Side note, future me, do that. All right, cool. It's taken care of.
Future Sam, take care of it. Future
And we'll
Mark,
do it.
continue to just be dancing, doing
That
whatever.
idiot will do anything.
All right, bro, check this out.